My friends' souls are still twisted, aren't they? Give them the freedom of death.
Okay, guys, we are back. Few minutes ago, we just streamed Resident Evil, the first one, and the ending of it. Now we are in God of War Ragnarok, Part 24. Right now, we're just doing some side quest.
Looks like more of Lunda's old armor. Nearly have the complete set now.
Must be safer this way. We'll need to find another way around.
Please. Please end their suffering.
So, what's it like, being back?
Like I haven't come back at all. Everything's changed. I'm a stranger here.
I know the feeling.
The runic word appeared over there. See it? Mecking. We should be able to reach the wedding city.
Yes. Well, we already beat the game. You know, we gotta play something else. Okay, so we're trying to get that bridge down, but we need to you see that fire over there with the pots? We have to make that pot. We have to hit that pot so that pot will explode and it will burn those vines. But we can't reach it. We cannot hit it. That's the problem. I am trying to find a way how to target that pot. It's like there's no way we could hit it from this angle. Maybe that way. You see? It won't go through. That steel right there, the steel grate, it's blocking the way. We just gotta find a new way. Oh, I can't tell you that right now. I gotta keep it private. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jen. Well, you can call me G1 for now. Yeah, there's just some stuff I can't, you know, tell people on stream. Like, you know, there's just some stuff I can't share. So, um, there's gotta be a way to target those pots. Because on that angle, we cannot reach it. This way, no. Or maybe that way, over there. Let's go, let's go find out. Can we get out of here? No? Okay. That's a no-go. Maybe this way. Ah. Yeah. It's really worth it, you know. Like, what are you looking for in the U.S.? Like, what part of U.S. you wanted to visit? Like, which one? New York? Los Angeles? Which part? Las Vegas, if you're, you know, like to gamble? I mean, there are other countries other than US, like France. You know, you want to check out France. You know, there's Spain. Spain is nice.
Hello, Brock.
The thing is about, you know, if you go to US, especially if you're from Asian countries like India or Southeast Asia, somewhere around Asia, when you get a job, you get hired easily because they know that, you know, people there are smart. Like from India, Indian people are smart. You get hired in like high, you know, like the high companies, high, you know, like big companies. like big corporate companies. You can easily get hired because, like I told someone about this, the standard of education here in US is not that high. Like it's pretty easy. So, compared to a country like India and then other countries in Asia, they have higher standards of um, education. That's why, people from other countries, when they go to US, they they easily get good grades. Like, for example, if you get like C's and B's in your country, when you go here, you'll be surprised how much easier it is, their education. You'll get it like you can easily get an A plus in your report card. Are you happen to be a nurse? Because if you have a degree or like a nursing degree, you can easily get a job here. Like they're always looking for a nurse here in US, and they pay really good money.
More tightness grows in my chest.
You're sure you want to continue?
Like nurses here, like from different countries, they're like within few years they're able to buy their own car. They're able to buy they can afford their own house.
For a time, foolishly believed the peace would
Yeah.
last. Perhaps
Because
that's
they
As
pay
long as
really
they
good
still
money
have
here.
this realm,
all I wanted was to
so
Commerce and finance background, you can work in a bank.
fail.
That's commerce. Like a bank. You can be a bank teller. Since you already have, there's a lot of banks here that hire as well. Since you already have, what is that? Like experience, it shouldn't be hard for you to get a job. One thing you can do if you do visit US is you can get a working visa. Like try to apply a job in like a bank, because that would be the easiest job for you to get right now. Like you don't have to. They're not going to be looking for like probably they're going to be asking for your high school diploma. Maybe even with a high school diploma, you can get a job at the bank, and they pay decent money. Like right now, America, here in US, the minimum wage is they increased it. It's good. Like even if you work at fast food restaurant here in the US, you can you can buy your own car, and yeah. Well, it's because of Trump. That's the problem. It used to be easy. I don't know. I guess he made it strict, so just to limit like the people that can go here, and they're also asking for money. Like it's now expensive to get like a visa compared to before. You know, well, you just gotta keep trying. Like it's a like you can get like a tourist visa. You can get a tourist visa. Is it hard to get a tourist visa? You're not, just say you're not gonna stay here. You're just gonna be here. Just get a tourist visa. There's different kinds of visa. There's immigrant visa. That's the hard one because because you have to stay here and immigrate. But if you get a tourist visa, it's easier. Now the trick is you get a tourist visa and get a job. Like just apply for a job like a bank, and then if you get a job, if you get hired, guess what? The bank. No, tourist visa is like a month. I'm not sure. Uh, yeah, see, let's say even it's 15 days, 2 weeks. You have 2 weeks to stay. Oh, just like as soon as you get here, apply, and they will interview you. The next, I'm sure, like usually they interview you. You get interviewed in a few days. Then in about almost 2 weeks, you get a decision. But I'm not 100% sure. you might need more than 2 weeks. But let's just say you do get a job here, and then you got a tourist visa, and then you do get a job from one of the banks, and there's a really good chance that that bank will file for a working visa. That means even though your tourist visa already expired, you can keep staying here as long as you work on that company. And then, yeah, you can get a job. No, no, I'm fine, man. I'm just moving around trying to figure out how how do I hit that pot? Like, how can I shoot it? How can I can't even. Yeah, because in this angle, that metal grate, it's blocking it. See that? I can't throw my axe on there. It's like my axe is like stuck on that metal grate. It's hitting the metal grate. So we need to lower this bridge in order to cross. Um, we might not be able to do that right now. So our next step is to ride the boat. Hey, I don't mind if I don't mind if you ask questions. I mean, it's cool. I don't know if any country is better than India. Um, I haven't been to India, so I can't make any decisions or comments. But let's just say if you want to get out of India, there's US is not the only option. You have you have France, like I said before, France, Spain, UK, London. London is easier to get there. You have Dubai. You can go to Dubai. I'm sure you can go there. Saudi Arabia. See, you can go there. It's not that far from India. Um, yeah, they have decent jobs in there.
Those scrawlings must be Sather nearby.
Also, I mean, like Singapore is pretty good. I haven't been to Singapore, but I heard that they pay good and you can make good living in there. I mean, yeah, US you have a lot of options. Okay, I will someday, and then I will find out. I will see.
Lunda's ore.
Be cautious. We know not.
So
what
tell
it
me,
does.
why do you think it's so bad in there? Like, what makes it bad? I mean, that happens to every other countries. There's always a lot happening in other countries, right? Not just India. Here in the US, there's a lot happening too. Like bad stuff happening. Every country has bad stuff happening, but do you know why? What makes India so bad? Like what makes why do you think it's bad? Like, what are one of the reasons? You don't have to answer that, but because every country has their own issues. Even the US has a lot of bad stuff happening here, man, like unfair, you know? I don't know if you ever heard of ICE. You ever heard of them? Like ICE, like they're like military unit, almost like a military unit. They just deport people everywhere, man. Even if you have passport, even if you have visa, they just indiscriminately deporting people. uh,
Interesting.
oh, politics and yeah. I mean that also happens here in the U.S. I mean, you think U.S. is all that nice, like clean? No, it's also polluted. There's also issue with different religions here as well, and then there's even shooting here. Lots of guns, like violence when it comes, when it comes to guns. I think U.S. is the worst. Like people are just shooting people everywhere, man. See that's just see that's another issue in the U.S. Is no country are perfect. But I do understand that corruption. Because here in the U.S. it's really hard to like it's because the way they govern here in the US is different. It's very strict. Like it's not that strict, but they have like really good US has really good enforcement when it comes to law enforcement. Like because the way US runs is they don't rely on a dictatorship system where only one person gets to decide. Everything, everything has to go through a Senate first before they decide something on which rule to enforce, which law to, which law to make. It's just not the president. And, no, that is one of the good things about the US. It's people here have the power to vote and they have the power to change. Like, for example, if a lot of people don't like this rule and they can protest and they can just, it's like a protest or do a petition online, something like that. And it's mostly, if there's more people here don't agree what the government is doing, right? The people here has the power to change it. So that is one of the, I guess you could go if that's depends on your opinion or anyone's opinion. It could be good, it could be bad. But then again, if you don't like where you're from, I mean, there are other countries out there. Just give it a try. know, it's not U.S. is not the only country that is out there. There's a lot of countries, even Turkey. I heard they're pretty good in there in Turkey. So there is a what is that like something that I can throw my axe to. But where is the rest? There's a vines that's getting in the way. See that vine right there? I can't. Oh, okay. So we cannot reach that one. I think I might know that might work. Um how do I switch arrow? No, that's not it. Okay. That's one. Yeah, this is a tough one. God of War 3. Which one is that? Is that like when Kratos was still younger? No, I don't think so. I only played the last two God of War when when he's already old. The Norse mythology God of War. But before that, I haven't really played it. Like I played the first God of War, but I like maybe for an hour, and then that's about it. But I did beat the God of War when he was older, when he was already old. Oh, okay. When I get a chance, I'll try it out. So it seems that he was stronger, right, in his younger years, because he beat the god, the Greeks, like Zeus. He beat all that, the Greek mythology. He beat every god in Greek mythology. I would say the Greek mythology is stronger than the Norse mythology, right? I could be wrong. So if he did that, that means, yeah. So he was stronger when he was younger. So right now, since he's older, I guess he's just more laid back. He just has more experience, but he was not as strong compared to when he was younger. Oh, oh yes, yes they do. But are the Greek gods more powerful than the Norse mythology gods. Ah. That myself, I don't even know. So there's no way I could get there. Oh, okay. We gotta move on. I can't. Yeah, there's a grate right there. Like how can I? How is that even possible? Like to get that vine off of that thing. I'm sure there's a way, but we gotta move on. Ah.
More Sather markings. Gunhild's companions can't be that far ahead. Look what they've done to this place.
How do I stop the poison? Yes, he did. But he did get back out from hell, right? He was sent down to hell, and he was able to get out of it. So, you know, he crawled his way up all the way from hell. So here's a question. Kratos or Goku? Super Saiyan Goku. You know Goku, right? I think everybody knows Goku. Come on, bro. What is happening here? How do I even hit that? There's like a big ass grate that's right in front of it. Anime? Not really. The only anime I watch is like Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon. Those are the only two I watch. When I was young, but nowadays I don't watch any animes or cartoons anymore. When I was a kid, you know, still young, like maybe 10 years old or something like that, I used to watch Voltron. You know that one, Voltron. Right now, any series, anime series? No. I do watch like non-anime. For example, the Last of Us series on HBO. I watched that. The Jackal. Yeah, I don't know if you heard about those. The Jackal. Um, there is another series from that guy on Legends from the Legends of Ten Rings, the Korean guy. Breaking Bad, no. Game of Thrones, a little bit. a little bit of Game of Thrones. But Breaking Bad, no. Yeah, so those kind of genre right there, like non-anime, yeah, I watch those. Also, I do watch the Halo series. Um, they moved it on Netflix now. It used to be on Paramount. I used to watch that. It was last year. Yep, I watched those last year. Halo. Yeah, when I get a chance, of course. We can't even. How do I even get to that? Uh, there's gotta be a way. Do I watch Marvel? Of course, yes. Everyone watch Marvel. Yes, DC as well. Batman versus Superman, Man of Steel. I watch those. The Flash. Um, the one from 2023, the latest Flash movie. I watch those. Batman. I love Batman. Hell yeah. Yep, everyone. Yeah, everyone is excited for that. Doomsday. Steve Rogers is back. He's gonna be back. Um, Captain America.
Learn anything?
Yeah, I watch Marvel. Like one of their very first movie was Blade. I watched that. You ever seen Blade? Those were one of the first Marvel movies that
Over
made
there.
Marvel popular.
Those who
Was
lost to
Blade.
save their spirits.
It has
Friends
a
of
trilogy:
voodoo.
Blade One,
Don't
Blade
look very
Two, Blade
friendly
Three.
anymore,
But
do
the
they?
best one was
Let
the
us get
part
to the
two.
rest.
What's your left?
It's unstable! Get back!
Which is the best? Which is the best? Series? Um, um, I'm thinking. Wonder Man is pretty good, the new one. I recently watched those. Uh, I haven't watched Loki. I'm not really a fan of Loki. Uh, I'm trying to think. Um, There is a series that I watched last year. I think it was Ironheart. Yeah, Ironheart is not bad. Um, I did watch a few was that Winter Soldier? Uh, the other one, what is it called? Falcon and the Winter Soldier series. Those weren't bad. Honestly, I don't know what's the best.
Protect yourself!
Like, they have a lot. They have Hawkeye. Wait, let me check here. Oh, am I going to stream GTA 6? If that game ever comes out. Like, they say it's coming out this year, but who knows, man? They always delayed it. It's been delayed, what, 3, 4 times now? And also, Jen, I haven't watched a lot of those web series, Marvel web series. Same thing with DC, just mostly their movies. I think I've only watched few that I've actually finished was Ironheart. And yeah, it was okay. It wasn't the best. And then I did watch a few episodes of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That's pretty good too. Better than Ironheart. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I finished Ironheart, but yeah, not all of it because they have a lot. They have uh The Punisher. I've watched like one episode, which is good. That's a good too. It's a really good web series, The Punisher, right? Wonder Man is good. You should check it out. Just watch it. I guarantee you will like Wonder Man. That's a good series.
The family crest of Kvasir the Wise. More like Kvasir the Inebriated, in truth.
There's a plant trying to kill me. Look at that. Do I work out? Yes, I do. Every day. I have my own gym. That's why I don't go to a gym. Yeah, gyms are, for me, is inconvenient because, you know, I just don't like sharing bench, you know, like bench press machine to someone else. You know, like, I don't want, like, people are sweating, man, and some of them don't even wipe their damn sweat. And you have to wipe that off yourself. I don't know, dude. That's just not me. Yeah, I got my own bench press machine and all that. Not a bench press machine, it's like a, you know, it's like sets of weights. I do about, let's see, if we're talking about, I do a lot of dumbbell bench press. So each of them are about somewhere between 80 pounds, 75 to 80 pounds per arm. I did like 90 pounds once. Yeah, I did, you know, like a few reps. I did about 3 or 4 reps, 90 pounds per arm. Not 90 pounds, like 85 pounds. I don't know if that's much, dude. I know some people out there do a lot more. So right now I currently weigh like 255. I'm at 255 pounds. And I do about 50 pounds per arm bicep curls. That's a dumbbell bicep curls, by the way, not no like isolation. That I can't tell you, I'm sorry. But I'm not that short, you know. And I'm not that tall either. So where is that ball? Below. So every day I work out different muscle groups. Let's say, for example, Monday I would do leg day. And then on Tuesday I do chest, you know, bench press, chest fly. And then the next day I would do my arms, bicep curls. And then triceps extensions.
I think that's the last of them.
Damn it. I knew these souls. I would have thought them smarter than to meddle with Sather magic.
They were desperate.
And now they are dead. Good riddance.
You blame yourself.
And?
It will not lessen your pain.
Let's return to Gunhild. Unless you'd like to condescend more?
I do not.
isn't it?
No. So one day, like each day, I do 5 different exercise, like 5 different muscle groups, different exercise. Sometimes 4. For example, leg day, I would do squats, and then followed by I would I would do 4, sometimes 5 sets of um, squats, and then about 7 to 8 reps. And then I would follow after squats, I would do a um, calves raises, and then after that, leg press, and I finish it off with hamstring curls to work the hamstrings. I don't know if you know
I
that.
wish things had gone differently.
Then the following day when I do chest, I will do a incline bench press, and then dumbbell bench press, and
Coming above you.
last one I finish it off with a chest fly. So mostly I'm using dumbbells. But still, you can, it's okay to wait as long as you get that workout done. You know what? I have a suggestion. Just buy one of those bench. You ever seen one of those bench? They're not that expensive. So that bench, you can do bench press, and then it's got the you can do abs on it, and you can do a lot. Like like the workout bench. It's just like a bench, and then you can just adjust it. That's what I did. That's my gym.
We'll
See,
have to find a way through this debris.
just dumbbells and that bench. And I do have a which one is that? It's like a Bowflex that does. I don't know if you know Bowflex. That's what I use for mostly. When I do leg press and hamstring curls, I use my Bowflex. That one is a little bit expensive. Yeah, it cost me. I can't tell you how much, but it's the most expensive equipment I have right now. But then again, it's so easy to have your own equipment other than going to the gym. Like, just get a bench, man. Like, you'll be fine. And then start doing weights. Free weights is always good. I prefer free weights because that's just how you get stronger. I mean, because free weights is almost, it feels like the exact thing as, like, for example, you're lifting stuff, right? And there's no pulley system, there's nothing. It's just when you lift stuff in real life that's free. It's almost like a free weights. And, to get stronger, it's the best way to do it, like free weights. Oh, I also do push-ups. Yeah. So currently I can only do about 45 push-ups. I did 50, maximum of 50. So I would do 45. 45 reps, and then 4 sets. 4 sets of 45 reps. I started off with way back then when I started working out. Yeah, I know them. Yeah, yes, Mr. Ronnie Coleman, Arnold, Jay Cutler, right? Jay Cutler is good. Yeah, but I don't want to be like them, man. I don't want. I don't want to look like them, dude. Like, just want to get big. That's all, and rip, but not like bodybuilder type. You know that takes a lot of maintenance. You gotta eat like, I don't know. There's just too much. There's just a lot of maintenance to do it. Unless you're going for some kind of competition, then yeah, you go for it. You know. But ideally, why you want to look like them, dude? And if you just want to live your normal life, and it's not healthy when you grow old, you're gonna have a lot of heart problems, and you do know that. You do know that people die from that. No, steroids are bad. That's really bad. It will kill you. That's why you see a lot of bodybuilders. They're still young. They're already dead. You want to get away from steroids, man. Don't. It gets addicting. You're gonna see results with steroids, and what? Oh shit! I'll keep using that one. I'm gonna keep using steroids. But silently, it slowly kills you, man. And you don't want to look like Incredible Hulk, like just regular daily stuff. I mean, you want to, I don't know, man. Some people, they have the tendency of, I don't get it, man. Why you want to look like Incredible Hulk? You know. See, the thing is, the reason why I've gained, like I got up to 250 pounds. That's my current weight right now. It's like 252. I'm close to 255 now. Is that when, like, you just get stronger when you start lifting stuff? That's the thing about weightlifting, is that when you lift a certain amount, like let's say you started off 35, you just, like, and then you start curling that bicep curl, that 35 pounds. And then after like few weeks later, that it doesn't feel good. It's like, it's so light, man. You just want to add more weights. You know what I'm saying? Then you start with 35, then 40. Then you keep curling that, and then your biceps, you didn't even realize your biceps getting really bigger. And then now that 40 pounds, after a few weeks, it's starting to get light. And it sucks. It doesn't feel good. So you add more weights and you start, it feels good. And again, you curl it, 45. And now I'm up to 50 pounds per arm. And it's like, yeah, it's good. 50 pounds is good for now. But later on, I might need to add 5 more pounds, depending. If it still feels good when you curl, because it's heavy and you got that resistance on it. But, I don't know. That's just me. That's just what weights is when you start lifting. And then, as you get stronger, you add more weights and you start bulking up, man. You start ripping your muscles and you just get bigger. And the thing is, of course, you have to eat a lot. And you will get hungry a lot. You will notice that once you start getting all that muscles, you will get hungry, dude. It's crazy. You get hungry every time. But that's the thing about weights. It's okay for me. Um, so literally, just eat four. Uh, that's I guess that's pretty good. Hammer curls. Is that per arm? That's good. If we're 66 pounds per arm. Yeah, that's pretty damn good, man. Yeah, I can only do like 50 for now. Like bicep curls 50. So I'm gonna be adding 5 more pounds later on. That'll be maybe a week from now. I'm gonna move up to 55 because curling 50 pounds for a while, like after 3 weeks of doing it, the same 50 pounds, is starting to feel light. Yeah, I'm starting to feel that, and I just don't feel the intensity anymore. It's it's just your muscles saying, "Hey, man, I want something heavier to lift." Oh, okay, 55. Yeah, hammer curls are easier than bicep curls. Oh, it's a little bit easier to curl. Yeah, 55 is really good. So I'm on my way there at 55 as well. I'm gonna be moving up to 55 soon. Yes, exactly. And the thing about lifting weights is you don't want to stop, dude. You want to just keep lifting because if you stop, you start to feel sick, dude. That's what I noticed. Like I started lifting, and then after a few,
Oh, lady, I was curious about some of the floor
I
building
stopped
you can do
lifting
on the
after like
tracks.
And
even
you
like
will remain
3 weeks,
curious.
3.5 weeks.
It's not my
Man, I
job to
feel
keep you
sick. Like I
ever
feel,
curious.
I don't know. I can't
Look,
explain
I
it. It's
was
just
just
like
asking.
And you have
my
been
body
told.
just wants to
Well, you can
keep
say that
lifting.
again.
Want to go back to lifting again. So I guess I'll be lifting till I get old. Yeah, that's the only problem. Well, I guess I can live with that. Man, I'll be lifting weights till I'm 70, 80 years old. Yeah.
Is it done?
It
Are
is
they dead?
done.
Your friends are at peace.
Good.
And I'm sorry. Had I been here, I would have prevented this.
Do you think us lost babes, incapable of making our own choices?
No, but
We made a mistake, but it was ours to make, not yours to prevent, even if you had been here.
Yes, you're right.
Uh,
Goodbye, Gunhild.
Goodbye, my
I
goddess.
don't know which one you want to talk about. I don't mind.
Thank you for taking the time.
He also helps
I
with the
helped no
stream,
one.
I guess.
They were already dead.
Oh, but you did. You put their
Okay,
spirits
I didn't
at
even
peace, and
realize
that
I
has
just
eased
did
my
that side
spirits too.
quest. I don't know. I'm just like walking
Enjoy it.
around
It will
killing
not
stuff,
last.
and
You're right.
for some reason I did
There
that
are
side
most
quest.
certainly other courageous sisters out in the realms.
You always know how to end on a cheery note, brother.
Okay, so yep, you're just gonna have to guess. I'm sorry, I can't tell you. You're just gonna have to guess. Uh,
Despite his actions in Midgard, Atreus does still care for you.
I know. I raised a son.
oh wow,
too.
you're
It
still
may be
young,
hard to
man.
believe, but he
You
was
got
quite similar to Atreus at this
a
age.
full life ahead of you,
He
bro.
adored his father, always wanted to do right by him, and was constantly frustrated that no matter what he did, he never
And then,
paid the
and
same
again, man,
dues.
remember, U.S. is not the
He
only
confided in me a
nation
lot,
out here.
sought
I mean,
comfort
there's
his
a
father
lot of
withheld.
places you can go if you want
I
to get
wonder
out
if
of
your
the,
son could benefit
the
from
place
that
you're
too.
from.
He has
Start
befriended the other dwarf.
experimenting.
Who was
Start
Oh, well, Sindri has
checking
that
places
covered. I
out.
suppose there's no
You
need
never
for me in
know.
his life anymore, is there?
You might
That
like
is
that
not what I
one.
meant.
That was sarcasm.
Either of you. What more is there to tell of Freya being burned by the Aesir mob?
Well, obviously he survived. In fact, he used the opportunity to escape. But such an affront made war
And
inevitable.
also,
Certainly wasn't
there's
the same
something
after
I
that.
need to tell you.
At least for a while.
That here in the U.S.,
His
a lot
carefree
of
ways
Indian
were
people
replaced
are
with nightmares,
very
paranoia,
are
and lashing
really
out.
well, really
It doesn't excuse what he said at my wedding.
how you say,
I do
successful in
understand where his
life.
anger came from.
They're either doctors or they have a really good job. Now, that's just what I noticed. A lot of the almost most of the Indian people I know here in the U.S. are very successful. They're making good money. They have good life in here because they're smart, dude. Because once you're smart, Indian people are smart, and then they can easily get a good job, high paying job. That's why they have good lives. They're making. This is just what I noticed. Like a lot of the doctors here in my area, close to my area, are Indian, man. Yeah. Uh, I mean, that's why it's good. And look at it now. It works. And you guys a lot of your people are successful because you prioritize study than anything else. And if you look at it, like just do a research about homeless people here in the US, you would never hear about Indian, like barely any Indians are homeless here. Almost every single one of them has a house of their own. Oh man, and then that wouldn't be fair. Like for example, like you want to do sports, and then at the same time you're interested in your studies, then they don't honor that. Like their parents doesn't honor that in India. I mean, can't they do both? Because here in the U.S., when you are interested in sports, and then at the same time you're interested in your studies, and then you want to do sports, you could get a scholarship. And their parents here don't care. They actually encourage their sons and daughters to participate in sports and to get better at it. So they can get scholarship. Like that's free college, man. In India, they don't encourage people, their kids to do that. They just want to focus on the study. That's it. I don't know. Oh no, man, that's not cool. That's kind of not cool. So is that why? Okay, I see one of the reason why. Is that why you want to leave? Like you're not satisfied because of that? I don't know. Oh, I'm gonna die here.
From behind! Incoming! Behind! Look out! Behind! Look out!
Okay. One more. Yes, we did it. Okay. So what you're saying is that their parents gets to decide which course they would take, correct? So pretty much you have no other choice. If your parents want you to be a doctor and that's it, you're going to be a doctor. And you can't I don't know. It's not that bad, Jin. I mean, that's still good. You have any idea? Doctors make good money. I guess their parents are also correct. Doctors make a lot of money here in the U.S. Every other country, not just India, they make a lot of money. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't mind being a doctor if I have education. I would love to be a doctor if I do have the education or engineer. Those are high paying jobs. I mean, Jin, think about it. Okay, which one would you rather pick? Would you rather be, successful in life, be rich, have a lot of money, a family, and living good, and you're not that happy, but you're still living good. You can afford to feed your own family, compared to you're being happy and you're not making that much money. I don't know, man. I would pick the one that's, even though I'm not 100% happy, but I'm making good money. I'm making good living, right? That's what I would pick. That's just me, Jin. You see, I'd rather be a doctor, make good money, right? Than someone that works in a like, let's just say fast food, and then let's say they're really happy, and then even though I'm not that happy, no one is perfect, but I'm making good money, man. And also money can buy happiness, not all the time, but and they can make your life easier. You gotta think that happiness is not the only thing in this world, man. It's like, okay, like, what kind of profession are you thinking that, you're going for? Like, that makes you happy? Like, what kind of profession? Because every profession out there, I mean, okay, I see, I see.
Do you know why I left that night, Mimir?
Only a hunch.
He showed me who he really was.
But then again,
Odin
um,
asked me to cast a protection
Jin,
spell on him.
the
The
thing
one I
is,
used on my
it's
son.
not
But the
guaranteed
way it
that you're
drove our
gonna
boy
make a lot
mad,
of money in
I
sports. You
refused.
see?
He was furious. Throwing
But
every
when you're a
object he could
doctor
find,
or
destroyed
an
the room.
engineer, you are
It was
guaranteed
only coldness.
to make good money
I tried to make
right
it work.
away.
No one could have lived like that, Your Majesty.
So in sports, you have to get really good at, right? And you have to be in a league, like a professional sports. Like, the thing about it is, it's the chances of being in a professional sports, because you're only gonna make money in sports if you're like in professional, like NBA, let's say. Like, what kind of sports are there in India that's really popular and people are making good money? Is there like a basketball NBA? Like, what kind of sports are in there? Or let's say, if you want to go to NBA, the chances are, let's say you like sports, correct? And your parents want you to be a doctor. See, the sports is not guaranteed to earn you money. You might not make it. You might not get the cut. So there are dangers to it. There are not limitation. There are risks to it. But yes, if you are successful, you will make more money. But then again, if you're a doctor, you graduate, you get the degree, you get the job right away. It's 100%. You want to be a doctor, you're going to get that job. You're going to earn good money. Same thing with the engineer. You're gonna earn enough money or good money, 100%. There's no risk involved. There's no risk of not being chosen. No, because in sports you have to be really good at of what you do, right? It's not just being happy with what you like to do. Because at the same time, you have to excel at what you do in sports in order to make money. Because you have to be in a professional team in order to make money. But if you're a doctor or an engineer or a scientist, let's say a scientist, right? You're guaranteed to make good money no matter what. And you always see doctors, engineers, they always have nice cars, nice houses, right? Even anywhere in the US, in India. Am I right? Because they make good money, because and then they're guaranteed to
Anything
make good
interesting,
money.
brother?
Hmm. So a worth, okay, 30,000 rupees, so you're saying? Okay, let's do a calculation here. We'll go with, that's 35,000 rupees, right? So if you spend 35,000 rupees and you're only, let's say you're only making 500 a month, is it worth it? So I think it's not bad. It's okay, right? Because you know why? In the long run, you can pay, you can pay off that 35,000. See? And, you know, and plus you got a job. You got a, you got a stable job. You get a stable source of income. You see, you pay 35,000 rupees, right? And you're making 500 rupees a month. It's not like that 30, you will get your 35,000 back later on. But then again, I'm not exactly sure how much they actually pay in there, like what the hourly, what the rate is every month, like how much people are getting paid every month. I'm not even sure if you're telling me the truth that people are only getting 500 rupees for being a doctor, because that's not really possible, man. Doctors get paid more than that. Ah, okay, we oh, okay. So, hmm. And then you're saying people are spending. Okay, okay. So there's like a risk as well. I didn't realize that. So it's not like if you graduate on college, you're not guaranteed to get a job. Let's say you're an engineer, right? You got a course and you finish your engineering degree, and then you graduate from college. You're not gonna. There's no guarantee like you're gonna get a job. Oh no, man. That's I don't know. That's, I guess, not kind of cool, because here in US, if you do graduate in college and you have a degree, a lot of times, like most of the time, there are already companies waiting for you, man. They're right there. They're just waiting for you. They will, you are guaranteed to get a job on that field of what you finished, of what degree you finished. Let's say you're an engineer, you are guaranteed to be an engineer. And there are jobs already lining up for you to take. That's one of the thing about, here in US. Well, I didn't realize that in your country. You know, you just told me that. Yeah, you are correct. I mean, there's only so much a company can hire, right? And then the rest won't have enough room. They won't, the rest of those people that even have degrees in college that graduated don't have an opportunity to work for that company because, yeah, like you said, there's just way too many people. Um, my advice is if you really want out, if you want to go somewhere else, um, try applying for a tourist visa. Like, not just US. If it's too hard, and US is not the only, nation out there. Try somewhere else and then see how it goes. Explore, man. You're still young, dude. But then again, have you tried applying for a tourist visa here in the US or like a visa? You should try if you haven't tried it yet. I mean, you never know. You might be able to get it. Wait, Jin, because you said it's hard to get a visa, right? But have you actually tried applying for one? Because you might just hear it from your friends. Okay, let's say some of your friends say it's hard to get a visa, but you never know the actual truth if you actually tried applying for by yourself for yourself. Because you never know, it might be easier. You might get approved. That's the thing. You don't know. And there is another way. Canada. Have you tried? You could try getting a visa, like a permanent, like an immigrant visa, to Canada. Are you thinking about that? Because you do know that once you get a visa, once like you get a citizenship in Canada, you can go to US easily. You can just cross the border. That's what a lot of people do. They would apply for a citizenship in Canada. They would apply for an immigrant visa. Like, they would get a visa for Canada and then they would, stay there, get a job. And then once they became a Canadian citizen, they can easily go to US. You can just cross the border. Yeah, if you can't go to get a US passport, try Canadian passport. Because Canada and US are just right next to each other. I've been to Canada. Nope, you don't need US visa, man. You have a Canadian visa. Wait, hold on. I might be wrong. Hold on. So, it says right here, I just Googled it. Canadian citizens generally do not need a US visa for tourism, business, or casual travel. And they have up to 6 months to stay in the US. So that means you don't need a US visa. You just need, if you have Canadian visa, then you should be able to go to US. And you can stay here for 6 months, which means you can get a job. Yeah, but Mexico is harder um to get a visa. Like you can't just. I'm not sure. Canada is easier than Mexico. Yeah, they're just like they're borders. But if you're from Mexico going to U.S., it's hard. It's harder than if you're from Canada going to U.S. Because the thing about Trump, it's Trump, man. That is like making everything hard for Mexicans and any other any other nationalities, you know. But when it comes like any other countries, but when it comes to Canada, I don't think there's anything wrong. But when it comes to Mexico, you don't want to go. It's more difficult going from Mexico to U.S. But if you already are a U.S. citizen, then you can just, you already know, you can just move back and forth in that border, just show your passport. Same thing with Canada, but that is my best advice to you is if you can't get a visa going to US, get a Canadian visa. And you might be able to get to US. You can just cross the border from Canada to US, even if you don't have a US visa. But as long as you have the Canadian visa, then you're good. There you go. So you have options now, Jin. If, let's say you tried applying for a visa to US and then you get denied, try Canada. You might have good luck on Canada. You get Canadian visa and you can go to US. There you go. Right? No worries. I'm sure that will work. Because Canada is so much easier to get a visa compared to US. Okay, I'm gonna end this stream here. I'm gonna take a break, then I'll probably stream again later on. I don't know. I'm just going back and forth here. It's been an hour and 36 minutes. At least I did some side quest. And we had a good chat, Jen. So, yeah, appreciate you watching my stream. And we had a good chat as well. Okay. I'm going to take a break. So take it easy. And viewers, thank you again for watching. I will be streaming again in a couple minutes, maybe an hour from now. I got to take a break. We'll see you guys in about an hour. See you. Bye-bye.